Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Mr. Venom here, putting together my first how-to video, kind of by request. I was talking to some people in my stream about how I created some of my alert sounds on my own, didn't have to rely on a third-party vendor or third-party person to really put it together for me and have to pay extra dollars or shell out extra money in order to put this together for me. So they wanted to see, like, how do we put it through a video, like a how-to, so I can understand how is it that Mr. Venom did this, and ultimately, how do I deploy this onto my own stream? Starting off here, we're going to walk through the different programs that you'll need. So you're going to need to download one program, and it's actually a program that has a multi-purpose for you as a streamer. So if you're looking to make clips or really chop up your VODs to make TikToks or YouTube videos or whatever it may be, I'm doing it for this video in itself. I use a program called Shotcut. It is free. You can find a lot of videos on YouTube on how to create text overlays, how to do transitions. There's multiple different facets that you can use Shotcut for that I don't even know of, as I'm still learning and walking my way through the program. Just want to give a big thank you for everybody who came out to watch the video today. Kind of within that, I do stream myself, so I'm actually going to put my Twitch link below. If you really enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, as I'm trying to put more how-tos out. And then at the same token, as a small streamer, if you enjoy FPS games or MMORPGs, or you want to come play games with myself, please drop by the Twitch link, drop a follow, be notified the next time I go live, come to the chat, and then we could definitely would love to meet and interact with yourself and get to know you guys a little bit more and see what type of content you want out there. With that being said, let's roll back into the video. But I'm going to show you how I use this program to actually chop up songs in order to attach them into my OBS overlay alerts. So all you have to do is simply go onto Google or Yahoo, whatever it may be, and then all you need to do from there is just look up Shotcut Download, click on the link. It's going to pop you up to a website like this. Start your download, deploy it onto your computer, open it up, go through the whole installation package, drop that desktop icon, and then you're ready to roll when it comes to Shotcut. The second and last thing that you need is you need your YouTube to MP3 converter. So really all you need here is something where I can drop my URL from YouTube into this converter. It's going to make an MP3 file that I can download and extract, and then I can use that with Shotcut and then ultimately clip out the pieces of the song that I want. But we'll click on this first one, this easy YouTube to MP3 converter. So when you click the link, it's going to bring you to a website that looks like this. And this is where, right in this bar, you're just going to drop your URL for the song that you want. And then it's going to allow you in this box below. Usually it'll have the little picture of the video, but this one didn't load. And then it's going to show you what is the duration of the video. And then it's going to give you a little download button so you can download it onto your computer. So if you have those two things, Shotcut plus this converter, you were good to go. As you can see, we spent $0 to get to this point. We're going to spend $0 all the way. Top 20 insane EDM drops. Now, a little bit about me. I love to put like a separate EDM drop associated to each one of my alerts. It kind of gives me a shot of caffeine, and it also kind of hypes up a little bit of the room and the chat. So in that instance, when that person does a subscribe or when that person does a follow, there's something there that kind of jolts me up with energy, kind of jolts them up and gives them some extra shout out or some extra, visibility on the stream when they do select whatever motion that they want to do. Like I said, subscribe, follow, rate, whatever it may be. But for me, it gives me a jolt of energy because then as I transition from the game over to the stream to see what just happened, I'm super amped up and ready to give them like a huge shout out, huge thank you. And as a small streamer, I love to engage with all my new followers, all my new subscribers. So anytime I hear that alert, I am ready to roll. I'm at 110%. It's as if I just got injected with caffeine or like coffee. And so I think it just promotes a better experience. So I make my alerts something that are pretty dope, and then at the same token, very uplifting, in order for everybody to kind of get on another level when we start like just chatting it up and things of that nature. So I picked this one, and I'll kind of play a little bit of the piece of the song we'll kind of take apart, and then we'll kind of walk through everything from there. So we're going to take apart that 758 to 808 part, and we're going to try to like bring it down to maybe 6 or 7 seconds. in an effort to make it match up with an animate or to make it match up with an alert. So what we'll do here is we'll actually take this and we'll copy and paste the URL. We're going to go into our Easy MP3 converter and we're going to search, and then we're going to download it. Now I have already downloaded it, so this is ready to go, so we could just jump straight into Shotcut, drop it in there, and then we can make our sound effects from here. Okay, so now we have Shotcut pulled up. This is what the main page will look like. Like I said, I've already downloaded the website that we were looking at and downloaded that URL and downloaded that song. So all I'm going to do is go into my file explorer, go into my downloads, and I'm going to click on that file and I'm going to drag it here onto the bottom half of Shotcut, right? So now you can see the whole song is now laid out. I'm actually going to get rid of my webcam here. So now you can see that this whole piece is laid out, and if I just press play, like, it's going to give the song. But as we talked about, I want to really get that 758 to 808 mark, because that's where I think I want my alert sound to really fall in. So what we're going to do here is we're going to scroll over. We're going to scroll over to that 755 mark. And this is kind of the way I go about it, right? Like, I'm just going to click on above it, right? I'm here at the 755. I am going to click on this split at playhead button. And what it's going to do is it's going to insert like a part A, part B type line. And so what I'll do is I'll click here and I'll highlight this part A. I'm just going to remove it. I'm going to get rid of that. I don't want that part. That's not a part of the song that I want. And now we got these 25 seconds left. And we know we don't want this last, like these last few seconds here. So we're just going to quickly highlight and dump the last part. And so now we're left with about 16 seconds of music. So I'm going to play it real quick and identify, like, where is it that I want this alert to start and where do I want it to finish. And then really all we're doing at this point is continuously splitting and just cutting out the excess fat so we can just get to the meat and bones that we really want to have here. So I know from this point, I don't want this last bit. And I already know that I don't want this front bit. So now that we have our song here, we have 9 seconds worth of audio. What we want to do here is just click export file. It'll pull up your file explorer, pick on your destination where you want the file to go to, press OK, and then on this top right it's going to show jobs, and it's going to show your percentage completion. So it's going to show the actual file downloading, and then once it's downloaded it'll have a green check mark next to it, and then that file will appear in your file explorer in the destination that you wanted it to be in. So now that we have our file downloaded, we've gotten it off the internet, now we have on our own file our 9-second clip. Now we're going to attach it to an animate and then overall put it into our OBS file. Okay, so now we're sitting in OBS, right? And so within OBS, this is where we want to upload our file and attach our song to our animate. So this is a little outline of the actual file that I use right now for overlays. And so the big thing that we'll do here is my animates, when I got them, they came with their own sound effects attached to them. I didn't like that. So what I did is actually zeroed out the percentage of the sound coming from the animate itself in an effort just to silence it, but keep the animate working as designed. And then what I did is I go to upload sound, and then you can click on upload, and it's going to bring up this blank box. You go to the file explorer where you downloaded the extension or you downloaded the audio file, and you just drag it right into this file here, and it's going to upload it into your sound effects, right? So you can see I have like a bunch of different sound effects within here. And so what we'll do is we would just pick on a certain sound. So what I have here is alert 2 attached here. So we would submit that and upload it. And as you can see, we have the sound here at 10%. We'll put it up to 15, just a little bit louder. And then what we'll do is, as you can see, the alert duration is 7 seconds. I actually took an additional 2 seconds off of the audio file, so it's 7 on 7. And so what we'll do is we'll emulate the follower event. So for me, I'm happy with how that sound came out. I've actually done this sound effect across the board. We'll leave here at 10%. That's what I normally use. So as I X out of this, I have one for my sub events, my tip, cheers, host, and raids. So I have different sounds for each one because I like to have something different play for each individual. I'll give you a little snippet of the sub one. And that's really all I put to it, right? So now you've taken a sound off the internet, put it onto a program, took an 8-minute video, turned into a 7-second audio file, took that file, put it into OBS, put it on top of an animate, and then overall achieved what you wanted, which is a more constant updating of the sounds that you want with your animates. So you might pay like an upfront cost for your animates from a graphic designer, but the alert sounds that are attached to it are very dynamic, and you can continuously change them and attribute your own sound to each one. So if you're ever unsatisfied or you get bored out with the sounds that are there, like this is a good way to go through and save yourself a couple extra dollars in an effort to have a more up-to-date sound. Thank you again for watching. Hopefully you guys took something away from this video. Please let me know if this was informative or if there's things missing or that I could add for the next time. Definitely at 11 minutes it might have been too long, but I want to make sure I went step by step to ensure that there's no questions on how to do something. But please provide any feedback that you have. That's only going to make this Teach series even grow any more or grow even more. So thank you again for sticking around watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you on the stream. Have a good night.